You're watching Jennifer Devoe, or a.k.a. Jenny, from Jenny's Real Talk on the Block and Gabriel Global Entertainment on the Subject Press.
Wow, man.
No, I got it, but
Did you get that?
Settle man.
Hi, I'm Dilly with the Subject Press, and today we are in Sherman Oaks at a very special assignment. We are here with Jennifer Devoe from LA Talk Radio, IHeart Radio, and just a whole bunch of other sites I can't remember, but she'll tell you. And we are here at her studio talking to her and to find out about her ventures and the projects that she has coming up and all the people that she gets to talk to. How are you doing today, Jennifer? Or Jenny. Should we go by Jenny?
Well, either way.
Okay,
I'm
Jenny.
good.
How are you?
Good. I'm very good. Very good. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no, thank you for having us. We happened to be down here because Jenny happened to do an interview with us talking about Sasha's books and about the Subject Press. Yeah. So we're kind of piggybacking this interview as we are here. And we are in her home studio to show people what she does for a living. And how did you get into doing all of this? This is kind of a lot to take in.
Yes. So my original project I started back in 2012 when I moved out here, March of 2012. I auditioned for a local radio station. It's KLAS 89.7 FM and KCLA at 99.3 FM. So I got interviewed by them, and they wanted to hire me to do my own produce my own radio show.
Nice.
Which means it costs money. So
nothing's free.
Nothing's free. I don't care what you, without a broadcast journalism degree or something, you're not gonna get just magically on the air.
Right.
So everything, it's LA. Everything costs money. But in March 2012, I started off with a show called Get Real with Jennifer Devoe. And then I went on to have a hit radio broadcast, live weekly broadcast on Thursdays on KLAS 89.7 FM, and it was also rerun on the KCLA 99.3 FM out of Hollywood. And that was the American Radio Network. I was on there with a show called Steph and Jen Get Real for 4 years with a prior co-host, Stephanie Shepard. And we had our little company and our brand and all our stuff, and we covered a lot of events, and we interviewed a lot of famous people like Natalya Neidhart from WWE Wrestling, nice. Jay Gordon and the boys from the band Orgy.
Very nice.
We had a lot of other big guests and other people on the show over the years, but it was a really fun venture. We had we had a real blast going around and doing media coverage for different things. We also worked with LACMA, so like Los Angeles County Museum of Art. We worked with a lot of different organizations around LA, museums and other types of things, just to kind of get our brand out there, get our name out there. So we did that for 4 years. Worked with a lot of different companies doing their products and whatnot. So that was a lot of fun. I ended that project in January last year of 2017. So that was a 4-year-long project with her, and I did my other show for almost a year. And then had a little hiatus because I was trying to find my ground, basically, kind of get my footing back, try to figure out what I wanted to do kind of on my own more. And so through the help of my business partner and one of my best friends in the whole world, as well as now my husband, James Muse, aka JJ, or the Shadow Man. That's a new one. Through him,
the husband.
I was aka the husband. I was able to kind of redirect myself and my energies and just focus, and it made me really think about what I wanted to do with my own radio show, my own things. So I kind of went a different direction, and now we have Jenny's Real Talk on the Block on LA Talk Radio Channel 1, and I got us also syndicated through Spreaker on iHeart Radio. I got us out on SoundCloud, Sonos. We're on iTunes, YouTube, and we're also on what was it? Oh, Google Play, and we just got syndicated on all Amazon Alexa devices. So I've really been pushing to get us out on as many platforms as we can, but we're also looking at like Blog Talk Radio, as well as TuneIn Radio, and some other projects that we, as far as radio goes, that's what we're working on for that part.
You're kind of like all over the place then. You've been
Yeah.
everywhere, you've done everything already.
I've done a lot.
Yeah, you have a lot of that experience. That's great. How long then have you had the Jenny's Real Talk on the Block then?
Since March 8th, we did our first broadcast, March 8th of 2017. So we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary.
Nice.
So in about 2 months, we'll be celebrating our 1-year anniversary. So we're trying to plan for a big, epic 1-year show. Something that's really gonna kick it off. So I'm trying to debate on who we're gonna have as a guest, but we're looking at some different names right now.
Nice, very nice.
So hopefully we will get that going. And I don't know, just want to start my own thing. And we made our own company, Get Real Global Entertainment, and so that we can do different projects. Because ultimately, one of my next goals is stand-up comedy. Voiceover work, and then we're at some point do our own concerts and events all over the LA area, just different places, do different genres of music, try to showcase as many bands as possible, get maybe the new Guns N' Roses out there, maybe get the next AC/DC out there, maybe find the next country and western star. Who knows? I mean, we try to deal with different people. We also have rap and hip hop artists. We work with a lot of different types of bands. We don't want to just, because we're an entertainment company, so we don't want to limit ourselves.
Yes.
On what we do. We also eventually want to make our own TV shows and movies, which we're working on some really crazy shit, which you're not going to believe.
But we'll be promoting it for you when it comes out.
We got a black man that's acting white and a white woman who's acting black, and we've got twins that are white and black, and we've got some really crazy shit that we're
Dogs and cats
working
living
on.
together. Mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria, exactly. Exactly. So it's
But that's good that you have such a diverse, clientele coming into your show. Because people know when they come here, they can talk about anything, any project, and you're there to try to build them up and to help get them out there. So that's a really cool thing. And we've been watching your show and listening to it and stuff. So and what we think you have here is just great. Everybody comes and is just so happy to be here and they feel comfortable.
But we don't want to just showcase music. We want like you guys, authors, publicists. We want to showcase just different things like actors, actresses, celebrities. We've got a lot of celebrities on the show.
Yeah, we have
I don't know if you
actors.
remember Jeremy Miller from Growing Pains.
The younger
Who
brother.
played Ben Seaver.
Yeah,
We had him
he
on the
was
show.
here. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had we've had some interesting people. We had Gretchen Bonaducci, Danny Bonaducci's wife.
I was gonna say
From the Partridge Family.
Yes,
and now he's a
Danny
radio.
Bonaducci, yes.
And now he's a radio show host up in Washington State in Seattle.
I love him.
Yeah, so we had his ex-wife on here.
Nice.
She spilled some serious fucking dirt. Pardon my French. But we've had a lot of really great guests over the last almost a year. Famous bands. We had NFL. We had WWE. I don't know if you remember Ariel.
Yeah.
From the WWE. She was the chick who was a vampire and she hung upside down from the ropes.
Yes.
We had
Yes,
Ariel on our
okay.
show twice. Her real name's
Nice.
Shelly Martinez. She was Salinas on TNT Wrestling also.
Ah,
She's been in a
I
bunch of
followed
wrestling.
for a while.
She's been on a lot of different brands. But yeah, we like to showcase a lot of different types of people. Entertainment is and it comes in so many forms.
Right.
Sports are entertainment. Wrestling, anything, just like anything can be entertainment. Movies, television shows, just so many things. Books.
When you guys when you have your guests on, do you do you go over anything with them ahead of time, or is it kind of like everything is just like improv?
It's all
just to talk
improv
about
and
it?
ad lib.
Nice.
I would rather have it holistic. I would rather have it real,
Mm-hmm.
coming from the heart. like in the moment. I don't like things that are, all like staged and you practice, because then it's not real. I mean, that's our show, Jenny's Real Talk on the Block, because we want everybody to be organic, to be coming at us and to us from a real place. I don't want people to be fake and phony and sound like it's all rehearsed, and because it's just not gonna be as organic and fluid that way. You need something that's gonna be more, just real and in the moment.
And you can tell sometimes that, oh, by the way they're talking, you can tell it looks like they're rehearsed, and other times it's like, they didn't plan that at all. That was not meant to be said or something, so that always can tell. So, I mean, that's cool though, because then people always know when they come here, they're going to expect a surprise.
Yes.
Like, we didn't know what to expect. We're like, just expect anything, but that's cool.
With me, I could throw you under the bus at any moment.
Right.
but I'm also the driver that will run over you. So.
Is there somebody you want to help you blew up?
No, I just like to be real. That's one of the things that my friends and family. Okay, my family maybe not, but my friend. A lot of people have always respected about me is that I'm a real person and I'm just myself. I don't put on airs. I don't try to be anybody that I'm not. I'm just me. And I always say, if you don't like me the way I am, then fuck off. I really don't care, because I'm just me, and I'm not trying to be anybody else or be fake and phony. I don't have time for that. I just want to live life and to the fullest and have a good time and have good friends and people that surround me and, people that I love. And that's what I love doing this. I love being on the radio. I never thought, my whole life everybody told me, when I got called sir in the drive-thru at McDonald's. People were like,
is that when you handed Stephen King the bag?
Yes. Even he said, you need to be on the radio.
Wait, that's a true story. That's a true story.
That's a true story. Yes. I did hand Stephen King a bag of McDonald's food out of a window because I ran the store. In Maine. But hey, my daughter goes to his high school where he graduated from, so I think that's pretty cool. But I come from Maine, so it's a different environment than here. It's different type of people. Was it
a huge adjustment coming from Maine to California and the LA area?
It can be, yeah, because this is so big, and Maine, and like the entire state of Maine would fit in a 10-block radius of LA. Like, there's 1.33 million people in the entire state of Maine, and that's barely.
And you got out.
And I got
one less because she got out.
I escaped for my life. But I don't know. Everybody always told me I should be on the radio. You should be in movies. You should be on your own television show. You should have your own talk show. You should have a radio show. You should do this. You should do that. You should be a stand-up comic. I get that all the time. Stand-up comic is one of the biggest ones that everybody always told me. And I said, well, radio makes sense because I'm ugly as fuck.
No, you're not.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. You're beautiful.
I'm just kidding.
But you're funny. You're funny.
I'm a face for radio. No, my whole life, everybody just always told me that kind of stuff, that I should be,
We have a lot of comic connections. I'll have to connect you with a few people just to maybe help.
I do really do.
I
really do want to do stand-up comedy next. It would be a lot of fun. And
I go see you because you're hilarious. I mean, we watch your show, we love it, so.
My husband always tells me, if you can make a room full of black people laugh, you've got something. Because they're the toughest critic, especially for someone with a pale face. I tell them all the time, though, I'm Native American, I'm mixed race. Leave me alone. How do I get down the street? Because of gang gang member is chasing me. No, I'm just kidding.
Have you had comics on here? Have you had comedians on here and interviewed them yet?
No.
Oh, you need to get some comics on
We
here.
understand.
So,
No,
I mean,
no,
just to get that banter going back and forth with you guys, I would love to see that. So we're gonna have to hook you up with some of our
Yes.
comic buddies and some
Starving.
comics here on your show too.
I'm just naturally funny, so I never really like
Right? It
wrote
is
out.
great.
I just never really wrote out like material, you know what I mean? Because like it just comes off the cuff so easily. And I always said that I get on stage and people try to heckle me and be like, my 5-year-old niece can do better.
She'd be on me in the parking lot.
You. Shut up. No, I come from a family of the biggest hecklers on the planet. My whole life, like your family or my family, we constantly fuck with each other. We're always messing with each other, and we just have that sarcastic, cynical, crazy, sense of humor. So everybody,
Good stage persona then.
So
Right?
it just works, and I can see me being the next Lewis Black. Talk about an angry man. He's always yelling at everything.
Yeah.
God damn it!
No, we're definitely gonna work on that. We need to get her set up at the rec room or something and I need to read for all the comics.
I
going
told
forward.
you. I'm very expressive though, so when I tell stories, just the animation alone makes people laugh their asses off.
That's great. I love that because if you go through and look, I talk with my hands a lot. I have to like try to not
French.
do that.
I'm French.
You're French?
Yeah, that's what the
Oh, so all the time. Okay, well I'm Spanish and we do this
They
a
do the
lot
same
too.
thing.
Yeah.
Just French, Spanish, Italian, Greek. We're all very passionate people.
Right.
We
and
talk
we
with our
speak
hands a lot.
This is my home. See, this is where I belong. Right here with Jenny. She makes me feel comfortable. I feel like myself. How do you pick like the people though? You have so many people wanting to come on your show though.
Yeah.
How do you guys actually go through and pick who comes on and like when and stuff like that? Because you have a lot.
Yeah, a lot of it is booking based on like what they're doing at the time. Like if they have something coming up the next month or like like a show, an event, something that they want to promote, I try to book it accordingly to get them on right before so they can talk about the project. So I try to strategically, book people that way. So that way we could talk about their projects that are up there coming up. You know what I mean?
The first priority for
Yeah.
people who have projects coming.
Yeah,
up.
exactly. And so I try to book everybody that way, and then I sift through a lot of stuff. I sift through a lot of emails. I listen to a lot of music. I check out people's websites and their books and their things, and then I also deal with a lot of publicists who bring and PR people and stuff that bring me their authors and their bands and their so you got that
collaboration
like
too.
NFL. His publicist brought him to me, and
nice.
then just other people like that. Just and then sometimes I just find shit like when I'm sifting on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or on like a post will pop up, and I'll be like, oh, who the hell is this? What band is this? A lot of it is
or like in the music promotion places and
a lot of this is like LA metal shows will post something on Facebook, saying they've got an event. There's these events coming up, and I'm like, oh, well, what band is that? That's how and sometimes and then I accidentally find bands and artists and stuff at the concerts I go to.
Yes.
It's just like a warm surprise.
Right.
It's nice because you go to see one band, like I went to see, I don't know how many times, every time I go to see Dirty Machine. Speaking of that, love you guys, love Dave, love Mike, love all you guys, Nathan, all you, love y'all. We went to see them, and every time we see them, we find a band or two at one of their shows. Yeah. That's just fucking phenomenal that we've got to have on our show. Like Fracture, we're trying to get them booked. We've got a lot of these. We found Kills, and then other bands we go to see their shows, like let's say Slant, or we went to we go to see different shows and we'll find a different band. We found Kill Set. We found that's where we met you guys.
Yeah.
And then we found we find all these different bands like at these different venues and concerts. When we go to see one band, we end up finding several others. And,
That's the best.
And I'm still trying to book a bunch of those bands because some of them don't live in this state.
Yes.
And so we also
do the audio interviews as well? Like
we
when they're
do
out of
call
state?
in interviews.
Nice.
They call in through what is it? Skype.
Yeah, you do the
Skype. Yeah,
interviews.
they do. They call in and it gets broadcast out through here, same as if you were in the studio with us.
Yeah, so now then you don't have to be in studio.
Yeah.
You can be anywhere and call.
Yeah,
from
so
anywhere.
we
you'll
literally
promote anybody still. Nice.
had a band, Hell's Bells, Lord Paul Quigley from the United Kingdom call in. So we've had international guests. We had Mira Edlund from Sweden. We had an artist call in from Germany. We've had an artist call in from Canada. Oh no, that was an author from Canada. We've had a lot of different people from all over the world call in and do our show.
Very nice.
And these are people we've never met.
Wow.
They've never been in the studio with us. They've never been. They never maybe even will be physically with us to take pictures or anything. But hey, we're not just about local artists and bands.
Right.
That's our biggest focus, is to help local LA bands, get up and coming and trying to get them promoted and be out there. But we also are open to international guests as well. We don't close ourselves off because we're a worldwide entertainment company.
That's right. Anybody can see it.
Get
right?
real global entertainment.
Nice.
So we want it's broadcast around the world, both radio and on video, and so we have people from France who watch our show.
Nice.
Who literally come in and be like, "Hey, hello from France,"
It's the talking with the hands. You're so passionate. They just connect to you.
Yes, we have people that tune in on Facebook from so many different countries.
That's
We
fantastic.
have different countries in Africa that they fucking watch our show. So
That's awesome.
yeah, we have fans all around the world. So it's kind of interesting.
An artist in Canada right now, they call her the Canadian Rose, and you would love to talk to her. I definitely have to get you in contact with her. You would
Hook
love to
us
talk
up.
to her and be able to do an interview with her. You
We
would
love that stuff.
She is somebody that you would love to talk to. I
I think
think
this
would
is
be
called
great.
the Rose. Is wonderful.
Yeah, they call her the Canadian Rose. She's fantastic, So, but no, I think that's great though that you talk to everybody from every place, so that
We're trying. We're really trying. My next goal is Australia. I'm coming for you, Australia.
So then, can you tell it? Well, actually, you already went through all the websites, right? When you mentioned the beginning, you mentioned all the websites and stuff to catch you on and everything like that.
We're on a lot of different things. You can find us on a lot of stuff. And I'm working to get us out on even more platforms as time goes on, because I'm constantly finding new fucking websites and platforms and things, and I'm looking at live.me. It's like I don't know, it's one of those things like what is Twitter, their little Periscope. It's kind of like that, but you can make money off it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And Patreon, yes, Patreon. I'm working on Patreon. Eventually, at some point, I'm trying to get us on a GoFundMe thing going on, because please fund us. Please give us money, sponsor.
So we can make y'all laugh.
Right? So they can continue to give you entertainment from around the world.
Because we're paying for this out of our own pockets.
When you have your own business and stuff, that's what you have to do to start up.
Well,
and a lot of people don't realize
a lot of people
that,
just think magically it just happens
right?
overnight.
Like the charms or something. But, you got to work for it. You got to put your name out there, and you do a lot of that. But you've obviously been succeeding in that because a lot of people know you, and just
starting to get, we're really
at
starting
least
to get our name is
people
starting
that I
to get.
know and the connections, just again, small world, you eventually end up knowing a lot of the same people. A lot of people do know your show, so when we mentioned, coming here and talk to you, like, oh yeah, we know her, we know that show, we love it. Oh my God, she's crazy, right? That's where we're going.
Thank you for noticing.
So no, it's great because then you have your own personality out there that people get familiarized with, and that's fantastic. And you need people who are motivated, and you sound very motivated. Most people don't go out there, I'm going to go start my own business from the beginning and just, that's what I'm going to do, and then do it. actually do it and succeed in it, you know, so hats off to you.
Thank you.
You know, that's a great inspiration. I mean, we would love to be able to have our own studio like this and everything, so even people like you who paved the way and have been there first, give others that inspiration to go out and do that too, you know.
And that's what I want to do, is to empower people, especially women, to get out there and do more. You know what I mean? Women empowerment. We need more strong voices in the female community.
Yes.
To get out there and start their own businesses. And don't be scared to be a stand-up comic or to do a radio show or maybe even do your own little podcast or your own little video, you know, thing. Whatever. I mean, whatever it is, just, you know, be creative and be yourself and just always be true to yourself. Don't sell out. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to always have my own independent company, my own everything, and I always had a vision for a very long time that I wanted my own business. I wanted my own, but it wasn't until I moved back to California that I realized I wanted my own entertainment business. I wanted to go there, and I just didn't feel that I could reach my full potential with, no offense, my past business partner. Through, you know, that is what it is.
Everybody works different with everybody else.
She just wasn't motivated enough for me to want to go to that next level. And then if you're not taking it seriously enough, when it's time, I'm in my 40s now, and, you know, I'm about to be 45 in less than 2 weeks.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. So I wanted to go to that next level because I was getting to that age where I was like, okay, I only have so much time to really, like, make an impact and do something. And I didn't want time to pass me by and to be one of those forgotten ones. And, like, I never really did what I wanted to do, and I don't want regrets. I want to say that I did everything that I wanted to do, whether I went huge or not. I mean, I'm going to go huge, but you know what I mean? Whether I became like the next Ellen or the next whatever, it's regardless.
That's the effort you put in.
It's the effort. It's that I lived a good full life and I did all the wonderful things that I wanted to do. I tried everything, whether I failed or I didn't. You know, whether I failed or succeeded, it's as long as I did it. I want to at least know that I put that effort in, and I did it to the biggest and best of my ability. I didn't sell myself short and just say crap out, you know what I mean? And I really just wanted to achieve things, and I knew I had to go to the next level.
Yeah.
So go. That's saying I hear all the time.
You've done it. I mean, you're there. You know, you're at a level where so many people would be like, God, I wish I could be here already. You know, so that's fantastic.
Everybody back home thinks I'm a fucking celebrity and I have all this money and shit. If they knew where I really lived and what I had to go through every fucking day of my life, they may not feel the same way. I'm not gonna talk about that in the interview, but it's a sore subject for me that needs to be rectified, and it will be. But it's my life isn't quite as glamorous as some people may think. But I'm in the trenches, and I'm going to bring the real, and I'm going to show you guys that other side, because I would like to do a documentary about some things that I see on a daily basis that I can't do anything about necessarily right now. But I do want to make a change in these particular areas in the future. And there's a whole segment of society that's forgotten about that people need to pay more attention to. And I'm going to bring that more out in the light, kind of to get funding and to help people. You know what I mean? Because there's a big problem in LA with the homeless situation, and it needs to be stopped, and they need to pay more attention. It is what it is, you know what I mean? But these are things that we're going to address in the future. So we don't want to just. We're not just trying to bring the funny. We're trying to bring the real also. So we want to show you another side of LA.
Real all the way around.
That maybe people don't want to see. It scares them. You know what I mean? I may have to blur out a lot of faces because maybe wanted by the cops.
You know what? I think that's great though, that what you're going to do though. And you know, when you get that going, again, even if it's down the line, doesn't matter. Let us know. We'll help promote that and everything like that, because that is something that people do need to pay attention to. You're right. Not everybody.
We have one of the biggest homeless
Most people
problems.
won't take that into their heart in the first place. But for anybody who will, and to go further out to at least try to do something for it, I think those are the people in the society that we need to have. Because there's not enough saying, I'll try to do something. If everybody did, then there would be more help. You know, so yeah, you know what, that would be great. You know, look forward to seeing that document and seeing what you put on there, you know, because like you said, it's about everything. You know, funny is funny, but people don't live funny every day.
No, and yes, we try to entertain and we try to bring funny and be real about it and have a good time, but there's other things in life to focus on also.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
That maybe people need to remember, like autism,
Yes.
like
exactly.
homelessness, like mental disorders, like just there's so many different issues facing society, especially here in LA, that they need to be brought more out in the light, and that's one of the things we want to do with our film and television projects is not just talk about, you know, like make funny comical television shows like Tyler Perry does, but also to, you know, show the real and be on things like the Discovery Channel and you know what I mean, like that kind of stuff.
Michael Moore.
Yeah.
Michael Moore, more expose, kind of showing you the real of society and what's going on.
I just have to say, I love you. Just as that, just that alone makes me just love you and just want you to do that and give you support in that. You know, I love that. I love that concept. But now let's get a little bit back to like a little bit more about the show. So we end on today's, you know, your segment for today and everything. Your show. How would you tell me what would be like your dream interview person? Like who haven't talked to that maybe you would love to interview?
Stephen King.
You heard that, Stephen King.
Stephen King.
She
I
gave
love
you a
you.
burger once at
love
McDonald's,
you.
and now she wants to interview you.
Yes. and remember this face, because you're going to see it a lot.
That's right. Remember that face.
Outside your house in Bangor. And your one in Fort Myers, Florida. I know where all your locations are. Mr. King, I'm just kidding. I'm just
That'll be
kidding.
his
I'm
next
your
book.
biggest fan.
That'll be his next book.
I'm
My
just
biggest
kidding.
fan.
I'm just
Jimmy
kidding.
from Real Talk
I'm
on
just
the
kidding.
Block.
I'm just kidding. I'm not Kathy Bates. I'm maybe as big as Kathy Bates, but I'm not Kathy Bates. But yes, no, Stephen King would be a big one, and I would love RuPaul.
He's great. Oh,
And I just, there's certain people, oh my God, Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin. It's my favorite band in the entire world. I would love to interview him before anything happens to him, because he's got to be like up there. He's got to be around 70 by now, and I would be honored to interview Robert Plant, Jimmy Page. You know, oh my God, Led Zeppelin. Just, you know, but anybody like that.
The legends,
and
right?
the big legends like Mick Jagger and oh my gosh, so many. There's so many.
That would be fantastic. I'll hide in your little camera bag.
Yeah. But those would
Just so
be
you know.
those would be my big ones. Would be like Stephen King and Robert Plant. Those would be like my two ultimate goals.
That's fantastic.
Or
So-
Jeff Tate from Queensryche. I saw him. That bald-headed, beautiful man. Jeff Tate, I love you. I don't care if you cut all your hair off.
Did you ever have like a favorite show that sticks out in your mind? Favorite guest or something?
Kill Set.
Besides,
They were pretty fun.
I'll say besides us.
Kill Set. Kill Set. You guys were awesome. Kill Set. Dirty Machine's been great. Shelly Martinez, Ariel from WWE. She's great. She's a good person. The one episode that really stands out in my mind the most is the episode with Jeremy Miller, who played Ben Seaver on Growing Pains. They had this, and they had a a psychic medium, William Constantine, and they have a show called Third Eye. It's about a detective, and he can see things, through his third eye. And so we're on the radio, and our headsets, all 4 headsets, started going like poltergeist type crazy, like paranormal activity shit, and it was like crazy. But all 4 of us heard it at the exact same moment, because that's when we asked him if there was anybody in the room with us. I'm not joking, because he can see shit. I know he can see things like fairies. He can see leprechauns. He can see there's shit in other realms that we can't see to the naked eye, but he can see it.
Did he say he saw anything when
it's
you all
creepy.
heard that?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I had the Archangel Gabriel tethered.
Oh, well, that's the one you want.
Nice, baby.
But it was really awesome at the same time.
But
And I believe that shit when I heard the
Warrior Angel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of. Well, on that creepy note.
We like creepy stuff here on Jennifer.
Right, you never know what's gonna be talked about.
You never know.
So, well, is there anything that you want to say at the last? Give anybody here, work, whatever, shout out really quick before we kind of close the segment.
Shout out to
I saw
my
your producer kinda
kids.
say wrap it up
Yeah,
behind us, so I know it.
shout out to my kids, Samantha and Chance, and all my adopted children. You know who you are. I have too many to name. Basically just my family back home in Maine. I love you. Thank you for being supportive and always being there for me. And my husband, James Muse. Love you very much. You're my rock. And remember, our motto is, our world always leans to the left.
I love that.
If you don't get it, look it the fuck up. But yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us. We had a great time being here. This was fantastic. This was like the funnest interview I think that we've done, because it's just all improv and just whatever goes, and normally, we want to make sure we don't say anything if the artists don't want certain, things talked about. And here was just like carte blanche. So that was really fun and surprising and everything. So it was really great. Thank you so much for taking the time out with us.
Thank you so much for having me on for the Subject Press.
Oh, you're welcome. We love you. Everything you guys do, we love.
Awesome.